Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 3. Previous episode we completed the first license test, all gold. Last one was really hard, B8. But eventually after 3 hours it was in the pocket. And now let's do some career modes. We got a Mazda MX-5, which I think is actually quite an expensive car if you have to buy it, because basically we have 18,000 credits. You see it at the top left, and I'm not even sure whether we could have bought it. So we go over here. Yeah, maybe we could have. Yeah, we could have bought it. But the thing is, now we have basically we saved, assuming it's this one, we have the 1.8i. I don't know which one this is. No, this is only 118 horsepower. We have a much more powerful. It's really weird. I don't think the power figures are correct in the car that we won. Also the Newton meter, it says it only has 17 Newton meter, which is incorrect. Yeah, this is the 1.8 liter, probably it is this car. So we basically have around the starting price of 18,000. Extra money, we could use that on upgrades. But the thing is, I don't want to make the game too easy. That's a little bit my fear, that I make it too easy and then it becomes just like a modern Gran Turismo where everything is super easy. I really want to work for it, like that whole progression sense that the older Gran Turismos have. So we could also use the Mazda, and to mix it up we buy some other cheap ass car. I think people said that the Honda Fit was... Here, we cannot even buy a Civic or a CRX. I don't see a Honda Fit actually. Maybe it's a Nissan Fits? Toyota Fits, I think it is. Alright, we could have bought a Silvia. Rear wheel drive, making the car beautifully balanced. This is the car where we, the GTR Type M. This is the car that we used in that B8 license test. God damn it, was an annoying test. Man, there are quite a lot of Nissans. Also pretty cool to think that, to me, these cars still look quite modern. But back in the day, it's annoying. It doesn't indicate the production year. Oh, but this was at the time even a concept car in 2001. I'm not sure if it was even released already. So, let's see. So we do...
Islamic terrorists are living in houses like this while many Americans can't afford rent.
Z car model, and then we go to history. Third generation 240Z concept in 1999. It's a super ugly car. Extremely ugly car. Here, the 5th generation Z33. That's basically the one you see on screen. In January 8, 2001, Nissan introduced the Z concept. In the summer of 2002, the 350Z was released to wide acclaim. Initially 287 horsepower, in 2005 300. Only to 26,000 US dollar, can you imagine? Also Nismo in track models. .306 horsepower, and then you have the 6th generation, 2008. 355 horsepower, that's quite a lot. So that is 2008, right. Anywho, just a bit of fun automotive history. But basically this game came out in April 2001. So the Z33 Nissan came out in January 2001. No, that was the concept actually. ...2002 summer. So 1 year after this game's release, did that Nissan Z came out. Alright, let's see, is there anything we can buy? Oh wait, we still need to check that. Yeah, so the cars are sorted by price. Man, people said that this game doesn't have a lot of cars, but I find it more than enough, honestly. Instead of like 20 Skylines duplicates. Are there a lot of duplicate Skylines here? 1, 2, 3, it's a different model. These are quite similar. But yeah, not a lot of duplicates at all. I really like it, much more focused than GT4 had like 20 times more Skylines, but they were basically all the same car. But then, oh yeah, we wanted to check that Toyota Vitz. Yaris, we can buy this one. We could buy this one. I really like this car, by the way, as an old-timer. Yaris. I read somewhere about the Vitz. I think that's a Toyota, right? So we do Gran Turismo 3 and then we do Vitz. Unless I'm misremembering. No, that is the Yaris. I'm in the Pearl region. So the Vitz is the same as the Yaris. This is apparently a pretty good car. Price performance. Yeah, but no, it's only 86 horsepower. But yeah, if you have 18,000 credits and you spend 13 on the car, you can still upgrade it for 5,000. Anywho, let's not overthink it. We will just be doing some races in the MX-5. Let's see if we can change the color. Here, but the specs really don't line up here. It says it has 160 horsepower. That cannot be right. Because the other ones in the dealer, they have like, I think one has like 150 something, which is also way too much, I think. 128. Yeah, I think they should all be around the 130 mark. 118. 142. Can damn it, constantly pressing the wrong buttons. Ah, maybe we have this one. 157. Ah, okay, so we have this one. And I think maybe if you buy a new car, you have to change the oil. And if you change the oil, then it could be that you get like 1% extra power or something. I think the thinking is that it is still on the factory oil just for delivery, but you have to, just like in real life, you have like these run-in oils. And then after the engine is run in, you have to change the oil. If that is the case, I cannot really check it now quickly. We don't have the money. Or we could check it. If I sell the car, that's 5. Yeah, and then I wanted to just not save the game because there's no autosave anyways. But then I have to reboot the game to revert back. I wanted to sell the Mazda that we have for 5,000. Then we have 18,000 in the bank, so that's 23. So maybe we can just buy this car and then put an oil change in and see if the power goes from 157 to 160. Because if that is indeed the case, it's an amazing attention to detail. And also the fact even that there is engine degradation in this game and that oil changes, I don't know how often you have to do it, but I think every 200 kilometers or something. After that, the engine suffers. Let's quickly check out how that works. Oil change. How does engine wear versus power outputs work? Oil degrades, leading to a loss of power and efficiency, but this is again the AI answer, and Google AI is almost always wrong. Dirty old oil reduces maximum power and torque. A car with bad oil can lose roughly 5 to 10%. Even with a brand new car, an immediate oil change can boost horsepower by about 5%, as the stock oil isn't as efficient as fresh oil. Yeah, so every 150, 250 miles. And after roughly, I don't know, 10,000, 7,000 miles or something, the engine itself wears down. So that is when the oil change no longer restores your car to its original maximum horsepower. You need to perform an engine overhaul. Engines eventually reach a state where they won't lose more power, but they will stay at a lower worn power level until overhauls. If you never change your oil or abuse the engine, riding the rev limiter, you can permanently lose maximum horsepower that even an overhaul cannot fully recover, though this takes significant long-term neglect. Alright, really cool that stuff like that is in the game. Alright, but now we have like that price car. Maybe that one is considered like a new car. So maybe. So it says 5%. So that dealer must have had 157. So then 1% is 1.6 times 5 is 5 is 8. Yeah, a little bit less than 8 horsepower we would gain. So then you would go from 157 to 165, which is more than we have now. It's really confusing. So how much could we sell it for? 5.8. Yeah, so then we could buy it back and do an oil change with the dealer car. But then after that test, yeah, the game does store it temporarily, even though it's not baked into the save. So then I have to reboot the game, and I think then the recording will stop. So let's leave that test for now. Yeah, I really cannot change the wheels on this one. So we are going to wait one more time, check it out. It was 160, right? $160 and 70 Newton meter. Now the Newton meter is wrong anyways. We are gonna change the oil. Yeah, I wanted to select the car, but how do I select the car? You have to do change car. Right, so now I have a car selected, right? It has like the little car icon there. Run and settings. Here you can change car settings, I guess. By the way, what is game status? 2% complete, license B, 8 golds, cars owned, 0 kilometers driven, total car value 23. That is the new price, I guess. 23,280. Bonus cars 1, trophies 2. Alright, I don't know what my second trophy was besides the license test. Can we check that? No. So it was 23,280. Just want to quickly make sure that we're talking about the same car. Yeah, 23,280. That is the total car money, but that is not the sale price. If I sell it now, it is only 5. All right, here we go. Here, it is still green. We had 116 and 17 Newton meter, 160 horsepower. Here we go. I really like these sounds and these tunes. It's such a cool game. Feel the excitement that you first felt with the original Gran Turismo. With 2 years of rigorously experimenting and working with the Technologically advanced PlayStation 2, Polyphony Digital Ink. Man, there are a lot of wheels here. God damn it. Man, these are ugly wheels. God damn it. Somehow I have like a soft spot for BBS because I had a car with BBS rims. But unfortunately I cannot find these rims here. And that's probably maybe because they only came out after this game. But they looked a bit like these. Ah, whatever. Let's just buy some rims. Alright, and maybe also the color of the car, why not? And let's now see what our horsepower is. $168, holy shit, that's a lot. So how much is that? We had 160, so 1% is 1.6, and we have 8 extra, so we have to divide 8 by 1.6. So that is 5, that's 5%. Alright, but I don't think that then explains the difference between this price car, which had 160 horsepower, and the dealership where the same car has 157 horsepower, and also the Newton meter here is also wrong. So I'm a little bit afraid that I have a mod installed that changes the initial unit for torque, which was kilogram per square meter or something. I never really understood that unit. So I did that mod to change it to Newton meters. But now I'm afraid that if it is displaying incorrectly, that the car itself actually also will be overly powerful. The mod just, and then the game will be much more easy. So I'm gonna uninstall that mod after this episode. But first let's do 1 or 2 races, and then I will uninstall the mod, and then we still do a second episode today. Because 168 horsepower, it really feels a bit much. Can't we change color? I don't think so, but that's actually also pretty cool. I mean, if you just get a price car, yeah, it has a certain color. You cannot super easily just change the color of your car. Unless you can do that over here. Oh man, this music, it really gets me back to the good old days. Yeah, there's no paint shop there. Alright, here we go. First race of the road to 100%. Exciting technical course layouts. If you are just starting out, try polishing your skills here. We are gonna race the Sunday Cup. Race information. Everything is available or allowed. We can win 1,000 credits. And I don't think it's a championship, it are separate races. Here we go, super speedway circuits. Alright, Honda CRX, the Toyota Yaris, Demio, I don't know what it is, Nissan maybe, Suzuki Alto and the Mazda. Let's quickly see what a Demio is. Demio car, Mazda. Alright, settings. We have to disable all the assists per car always. So let's do that now. Holy shit, this is way way more in depth than I remember it. The strength of the active stability management system can be adjusted. Strengthening it will make spin more difficult and make it harder to turn. Controlled use of the brakes also means that acceleration will be sacrificed. Effective use of the active stability management system will mean that the car drives easily without losing speed. We don't need it. And then we do traction controller. You can change the way the traction control device, which detects wheel spin in powerful cars and adjusts the acceleration, works. It prevents very powerful rear-wheel drive cars from going out of control when the accelerator is depressed, and prevents very powerful front-wheel drive cars from understeering under acceleration. Because it will usually work even when accelerating in a straight line, strong application may mean that the engine will not perform at maximum capacity. One thing that I always found really weird, you can change the way the traction control device works. Yeah, I would put works in front of the bracket side sentence. But what I really find weird is here it says when the accelerator is depressed. Depressed is one of the weirdest words I ever read. Like, why not just call it pressed? Depressed in my limited brain means that you are not pressing it. Pressing it and depressing it. But depressing apparently means pressing. I find that such a weird thing. Why is it called depressed and not just press? Pushing something downward into a lower position, originating from the Latin depremere. D meaning down plus premere press. Well, press can mean pushing in any direction. Depress is formal, technical or precise, often describing mechanics like pedals or buttons. Ah, okay, I was not aware of that. So that is indeed not really a relevant comment. That's due to my limited brain capacity. Alright, so I think we're good to go, because all the rest we will look at later. Brake balance. Man, this is exactly how I like tuning. Quite in depth, but not overwhelming. Drivetrain, this is spoilers, etc. or downforce. Yeah, and also traction and stability. This is brakes and this is suspension. Really cool. Those that car model with the different parts being highlighted. That's really what makes these games also so special. There's so much depth to just the car encyclopedia part. And also in this game, way more fun than GT7 and GT4, etc. You can qualify, that's one, but there are way more standing starts instead of rolling starts. Rolling starts are so boring. Alright, here we go, no more kidding around. Oh, I pressed the wrong button again. Alright, here we go, no more kidding around. 0 miles on the clock. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. We are way quicker. So this is going to be really boring. Yeah, this is not fun. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Is that because I won a very powerful car, or is it because of maybe the power figures being not fully correct because of that mod? I'm not gonna take a chance because I don't like it if I can win it this easily. So I am going to end the episode very quickly now. I will just make a comment that basically nothing is in the episode besides me messing about a little bit in the garage. I will disable that mod and then I will restart the game and the recording, and then we will do this race. So for now, that is also one thing that you actually must not forget in this game, is that you need to save it. There's no autosave. Not that we did that much, but we did do the oil change. Alright, I will quickly disable that mod. Yeah, no, I wanted to say maybe I can do it while the recording is running, but I'm sure I have to reboot the emulator. I will not ask, hope you enjoyed, because there basically was nothing shown in the video, but I do hope to see you in the next episode, and for the meantime, do not forget, always keep on gaming. Later.